decent morning or afternoon or whatever, whenever you're going to be watching this. Hope you're good. I don't know what's happening on my screen. Looks a bit closed in. what's, what's going on my screen right now? Anyway, who's on? Anybody on? Oh, got 2 people in already. Blimey. All right. Oi, oi. Who's in here? Pippa. I put money. Hope everybody's good. I know England are playing in the Euro final. Oi, oi. Hope we get it. I don't know. I've heard we've been playing a bit naughty. And we don't want to be playing a bit naughty when we got, like, I think Spain's playing a bit handy, right? So, anyway, hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's starting their week out, or going to be starting their week out decent. I know some people are having a bit of a blast right now. I know Grom is out there at that surf thing, having a good time out that way. Run my glasses down a bit here. Oi, Pippa, how you doing? All right? Hope you're doing all right. I can't see. I can just see your picture, so I can't see. I'm constantly cleaning these bloody glasses. I tell you what, I wish they'd make like glasses the way they can't bloody mess them up. Because these are a bloody nightmare. Always cleaning them, and they've never sat right. Nightmare, right? Don't worry, we're not on fire. It's just me incense burning back there. I say that to people. I'll get on with clients, and all of a sudden smoke will start drifting, and I'm like, it's all right. Place is not on fire. Oh, now we've lost 2 people. Blimey! I guess if you don't start meditating straight away, people drop off. Blimey. We'll get into a little bit of breath work. Might close off a little bit earlier today. But we'll get into a little bit of we'll get into some breath work and see what subject comes up. Hey Brittany, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Say hello to Pippa. I don't know if you've met Pippa, but Pippa, this is Brittany. I've known Brittany since she's been like knee-high to a grasshopper. And now she's going into her own business and great photographer, brilliant with plants. Hey, how you doing every day, surfer? How you doing, matey? You all right? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a decent Sunday. Good to see you in here. It's funny, why does it say I've got 2, but there's like more than that in here? I can see it. I can see it right there. Oh, dear me. Nice. I'm good. Good. I'm glad the old training's starting. It's a whole new world, let me tell you. And it's a very rewarding world at that. I hope everybody's good. We'll get into some breath work in a minute. I'm double fisting. I've got coffee and tea. So what do you think the chances are of England, Pippa? What do you reckon? I haven't watched the games. I know the penalties in that. But I used to have a connection straight through to live, but the guy was dodgy and he got done. I used to get all like live British TV, so I used to watch the live games and all that. But now I ain't got that no more, for obvious reasons. guy got nicked. But yeah, I've heard that we're not playing particularly clever. Oh well. Right. Hey, if we pull it off, we pull it off. Brilliant. Oi, Dan, how you doing, my mate? You all right, matey? Just going from a run? Sweet, 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 sweet. Yeah, you got time, matey. I'll hold out for you before we get into the old meditating, mate. I think I can't see behind the art there, but I know you're saying if you can hold out. Yeah, no problem. Hold out a little bit. Yeah, you don't want to be all bleeding. I've done that. I've done that before. Got in from bleeding exercise and all that, and then be like, oh, yeah, it don't work too well. The old heart rate tells you that. calm that shit down a little bit, right? Yeah, I'm gonna read. I've got this calendar. I don't know if I've probably shown you the calendar before, but if you haven't read the book, the Unfuck Yourself book is a really good book by Gary John Bishop. I can never remember that guy's name. He's got a very distinct name, and I've actually met somebody over here that I believe knows that guy. So who wrote the book? But anyway, I've got a calendar of his that my wife got me for Christmas, and there was one on Friday the 12th. And it said, if you're looking to change your own behavior so you might see some changes in another, that's a mistake. If that's your aim in all of this, you, my friend, this is what it says, are fucked. You change yourself to change yourself, and that's it. Often, but not always, a byproduct of changing yourself allows other people to see and interact with you differently. I usually look upon that as a bonus. And that means some of those people drifting away, right? So yeah, when I read that on Friday, I thought, because I just had a bit of a moment along those lines. And then I thought, you know what? If you can't accept me for for who I am or where I'm changing, and you want to drift, there's not much I can do about that. And I'm not. There's certain there's certain people that that are drifted. Then there's those that are they're there. They're always there. They just sit back on the sidelines every now and again. And I can be like that. I can be like that. But that really kind of rang a bell on Friday with me. Kind of I don't know. It opened up some like thought patterns with that. And today, the weekend one, it says, which is, I think I might stick this on my mirror. This might be something to write on your mirror. Suffering is optional, believe it or not. That's what it says. That's what it says. Oh, yeah. Suffering is optional, right? That's what our reactions are. But we're getting to some breath work in a minute. I don't know if there's more people in or if there's any more people going to be joining us, but we're getting to some breath work in a minute. I'm just going to wait for Dan to get back and get the old heads up, and then we'll get into a little bit of the old breath work. Yeah, you can only change you. You're right, Pippi. You can't change, but it's something that we try to do all the time, right? Especially when we got those people that might be pulling away from us that we've had a connection with, and or sometimes they can give us silent treat. Silent treatment's the worst. That's the worst, silent treatment. When you see others change. I mean, like that's what I've seen. It's and you speak the same way as that you knew them, and then they're like, nah. You're like, oh shit, all right, and then you don't, you might not be driving all of a sudden. So it's like, okay, but yeah, you can only change you can only change you. You can only change your reaction to others as well. Whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna do. But you can't. If we start bending and molding ourselves to other people, whose life are we actually living, right? Drop of coffee. Oh, I got to tell you this. I got to tell you, Dana like this one. I don't know if he's out of shower, but Dana like this one about coffee. Bloody heck, man! If you drink coffee, I don't know if Dan can even hear actually, but I was making coffee, and I got one of those. I was about to get on with a client. I told the client this, who I know quite well, and she was laughing because we got one of those espresso, not the cups. You know what you do, the old ground coffee, put it in, damp it down, all that, you know. So I gets it on the old machine, and I puts the small cup underneath, because then I transfer. If I want to make a fluffy coffee, I transfer that over into my creamer. So I have my little bit of cream in my cup ready to go. I hit the button, because I do a double espresso if I'm going to make just means more fluid going through the bloody same amount of coffee. But anyway, I hit the old double, and it's percolating into the cup. My wife comes walking over, and she goes, "Oh, how do you get the heater thing to work on this? The old steamer thing, right? Well, there's like a turny, twisty knob thing on the top that you turn it, and it allows the water that's in the back of it to push through and create the steam." So I'm like, "Oh, it's up here." So I just wanted to show her, and I think it shut the espresso part off, and I'm like, "Oh, it stopped percolating." So my wife just hits the button again. I did a quadruple. I put, and I drank about half of it, and I'm about to get on with a client, and I'm like buzzing. Okay, right. and she gets on, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm wondering why I'm buzzing." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh," and I told her the story. She's like, "Whoa." She's like, "You got a quad, you did a quad." And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." And she's her eyes wide. I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't want to waste it." It's like, it's not good for anxiety, it really ain't. But I got to cut down on the old coffee. Found a good one yesterday. Found a good decaf one. Oi, oi, eh? But it's not bad. It's not bad coffee. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody's PPA been this week? What's the progression this week? What's people been doing to progress? What's been those goals? Anybody complete anything, where they're like proud of it, or they've got that little bit step further along in something, or what's the score? Let's get some positive energy going in here. Let's go. Things have been a bit quiet. And then we'll get into some of the old meditation. I'll give it till about 1:15, and then we'll get into it. But I've had a little bit of trouble with my old soundboard. I've been getting hold of the company, working with that, trying to get them to, and they like video it. And I'm like, I'm telling you everything, and you ain't gonna hear anything. Would you want to see? Working on launching the photography website, had setbacks, but talked about it on my IG, and got on Instagram. I take that as IG, and got a lot of help from others. Good. That's what it's all about. Those little. I used to get tapped into, because of technology. Kind of, I'm not going to say it intimidates me a little bit. And I would start getting. It's important to not get intimidated by those things and look at them as like, right, solution. Whenever we think solution, we're gonna go in the right direction. Whenever we're not, with me, with the intimidation of it, is like I go into this, all of a sudden can't do it. But I'm pulling out of that now, and it's like, nah. My wife's well happy. Always used to call my wife with the computer with any kind of computer issue. Always calling Tracy, like, "Hey, I need help with it." So as soon as I started getting the podcast, she goes, "I ain't helping you with the computer." And I'm like, "Oh." So shit, I'm starting to learn I didn't even know what files and shit were. I had no idea. No idea. It was a pretty tough one this week, but still made some progress on some things. That's what it's all about, Dan. It's about, even though some of those tough situations, it's about taking some of those situations and thinking, okay, what have I learned from it? Or what can I learn from this while I'm in it? and turning it into a more of an energy, more of a driver than us, like I do with intimidation, or I did. Not so much now because I think, right, shit, what, someone's doing it. Tech is so intimidating and can cause the self-esteem spiral if I don't. Right, it can. But I tell you, I've really started to look at it a little bit differently. Really have. All right, let's get into some. I think Dan's ready. So let's get into some breath work because I noticed someone else has just dropped off, so I really want to get into it. So let's just sit upright. If you're sitting in a chair, hold your back away from the backrest. So you're nice and straight. Let your shoulders hang nice and loosely. I always say to people, have it like you've got them weights hanging off those elbows. In fact, I think Dan asked me a little while ago about that. And yeah, just think about weights hanging off your elbows and just let your shoulders just hang down. Think about like you're on a Christmas tree with a cord right in the center of your head. So when you hang, you would be hanging with your head up, but just tilt your chin slightly forward. So you're nice and straight. Palms up. I always do palms up in receive mode. If you're laying down, same thing. Get yourself comfortable. Put something underneath your knees so that you got your lower back flat, and then something underneath your neck, so you got that little bit of a natural curvature in your neck going. Just get yourself relaxed and just start getting that breath slowed down. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just start slowing it down. And just become aware of the breath being there. Don't rush anything. Don't force anything. Just allow it to be. Just know that it's there. Have an awareness of the breath. The breath is involved in many different things within the body. It also has different movements to the body. That unless you're aware of it, you won't actually know or think to tune into it. Things like that little slight movement of the shoulders as the breath comes into a full breath. Expansion of the diaphragm. The movement of the air into the different chambers, the belly, the chest, the clavicles. And pull that air even further as the breath comes longer and longer. Start pulling that belly, chest, clavicles, and up further. Slowing that breath down. Bringing that heart rate down. Allowing the body to come to rest. Each breath in, allowing that belly to expand outwards. Taking in a nice, full, long, deep breath. In through the nose. Suspend the breath at the top. And then release the air nice and slowly. Slow, like you're trying to blow the flame out of a candle through your nose without actually blowing that flame out. So light and slow. Becoming aware of that anchor point underneath the nostrils and above that top lip, right in the middle. Pinhead spot. Bring the mind right there. Any thinking, tell yourself that you're thinking. And allow yourself to come back to breath and that anchor point. Slowing it down now. Even further. Each breath in becoming more and more relaxed. Allowing the body to become kind of jelly-like, just loose. No tension. no thought of tension. Each breath in becoming a little bit longer. Each breath out becoming a little longer than the breath in. Anchor that breath. Anchor that off right there by the nose and above that top lip. Tell yourself you're thinking when you're thinking. Slow the breath down. More and more relaxed. Each breath more relaxed. And we're going to take 3 nice, long, deep breaths in together. We're going to hold at the top, going to suspend that breath at the top. And then we're going to allow that breath to release from the body nice and slowly. 3 times we're going to do this. I'll count you in. On 1, 2, first breath in, 3. All the way in, sip at the top and suspend the breath. Bringing the mind to a stillness. Suspending that breath. Bringing the mind to stillness. And allowing that breath to release from the body, becoming more relaxed. Tune into what the body does as you let that breath out. Nice and relaxed. Nice, sigh it out. Sigh it out. Nice, long, deep breath in. Suspend. Don't strain anything. Don't overthink it. Just suspend the breath and relax the body. Relax the body. You may feel tingly. You may feel light. You may feel the blood moving around the body. Allowing that breath out. Nice and slowly, nice and slowly. As you release that breath out, allow the body become even more still, more limp, more relaxed. Last breath in. Suspend it at the top. Suspend it at the top. Don't overthink. Take a little sip. Rest. Suspend. Be light. Take the mind away from the breath. Relax the body. Relax the mind. On this breath out, you're going to release it and relax that body. Feel the body come to a complete relaxation with that breath out now. Relax the body. Allow that body to relax right out. Releasing any tension that you may have picked up in the week. Frustrations, annoyances, people telling you you don't know or you can't, but you can. Always can. Those decisions and choices that you want to make that you fear, that can push you in the right direction. There's never a good time but the present time to do it. It's always going to be a problem. We're always going to put things in the way of the things that we want to do, but we may be scared of. No need to. The only way you find out is by moving forward. The only way you have growth is by going and searching and seeing and working with the mind. Not having that mind work against you. And the way that mind is working against you is by stopping you from going where you want to be going. So with each of those breaths in, see yourself getting stronger, more willing, excited, the excitement of wanting to go forward, to see and learn. See yourself strong, in power. Calm with what you're doing, in control with what you're doing. When you are out of control with your mind, you're going to be out of control with your body. When you react to something that we don't need to be reacting to, we may be reacting out of something else. It may not be the situation in front of us. Don't allow others to get into your mind. You are in control of your reactions. Where do you want to go? And use those reactions for a positive in going forward in strength. Nobody's going to look at you when you keep on trying and say that you're no good or judge you in a negative way. You will judge yourself in the future if you don't try. You will judge yourself in the future if you do not work and move that mind now so that you can have that effect for the future. Breathe. Relax the body. Relax the mind. One nice, long, deep breath in together to suspend at the top. Suspend, sip. Relax the body, relax those shoulders, suspending that breath, relax those shoulders, relax the body. Allow that body to become relaxed, more relaxed, the better that suspended breath. Remember, you'll never see this breath again. Hold on to it. And when you let it go like you don't want it to go. Very lightly, very slowly. Release that breath out. Nice and slowly. Nice and relaxed. You're in power. You are in control of you. And in a moment, I'll count up from 1 to 5 and talk you up out of the meditation. Right now, take a few nice long deep breaths and just to relax a little bit more down into the body, keeping in mind where you want to go and what you want to do to get there. Things don't come without fear. Fear is going to be there, but what are we going to do with it? Are we going to allow it to control us, or are we going to move in control? 1, 2, coming into the room, making yourself a little bit more of aware of your surroundings. 3, wiggling the fingers and the toes, starting to come into the body a little bit more. You may want to stretch around, do some neck rotations. 4, becoming more and more aware now. And 5, fully into the room, fully into your body, blinking your eyes open nice and slowly. Don't rush anything. Allow yourself to come back. Want to say hello to Brother Billy. Good to see you in here, my man. I see you pop in right in the middle there. Hope you're good. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's good. Don't expect too much of yourself. You want to do something differently, change won't be instant. You have to unlearn old habits and grow new ones. That's for sure. Takes a while to make a habit. Takes a heck of a long time to break an old one, right? Takes a long time to break a habit. Takes a long time to build another one, right? But it means it's intent, commitment. Where do we want to go? What's those things we're avoiding? We have a lot of things that get in our way and with avoidance, and then we don't grow. And the only way we're going to grow is by taking some of those things that we're avoiding and working with them. In fact, look at them first, right? If we're avoiding it, why are we avoiding it? What is it? What are we afraid of? Right? Some people can be afraid of growth. Right? Sometimes especially if growth comes really fast, it can get really like, whoa, shit, what the hell is going on here? Right? With anything, growth can come too fast too. It's nice, of course, as long as it's positive growth. Yeah, it's all about breaking through that self-sabotage. Yeah, the self-sabotage, but where's the self-sabotage coming from and why? Why are we self-sabotaging? Right? What are we doing it for? Right? Social expectations, right? Expectations are going to get you, whatever the expectation, you're going to get bleeding. You're either going to be pleasantly happy because that expectation went correct, right? Or there's the expectation of like which 90% of it doesn't come out the way we expected it. What happens? Straight away we're in frustration, right? Anxieties, resentments. We expected a certain thing from somebody or expected a certain way somebody to be, and then it doesn't come out that way, right? I had it this week. I had an expectation, right, from somebody. It's like, oh, okay. And the reality was there. So, those expectations will mess you up every single bloody time. That's the question. Well, with the self-sabotage, well, why? I mean, think about it, right? Why do we self-sabotage? Why would we do it? Because we don't believe we're deserving? Because we don't believe we're good enough? Because we don't believe we're liked or loved for some reason? Why do we self-sabotage? That's looking at that first, finding where what ones of those nerves hit, and then okay, what's the weight of that bit? Narrowing it down, and then right. Oh, Trin's in, oi, oi! Just popping in to say hello. I think the self-sabotaging comes from the mind uncomfortable with the shift. It comes down to your own insecurities with, knowing what you know. It's like you said to me, right? You know what to do. And I think a lot of the times we do know what to do, right? In the subconscious programming. But who gave you the idea that you're not good enough in the first place, right? So then go there. So if it's come up where you're thinking that you're not good enough for somebody or you're not good enough for something, right? Then someone's give you that, especially if you're looking and you're like, you've got all the skills. I've been in the positions of, I've got all the skills in the world. I know, well, not, okay, exaggeration, not all the skills in the world, but, you've got the skills to be able to do the job. Someone may hire you or point you in a direction and but then we look at ourselves and we're like, well, how do they see it? And I don't see it. What's going on there? Well, you've been programmed somewhere to believe that, you're not good enough to do this, or you could have been called thick a lot of the times, or silly, or stupid, or, made to feel not intelligent. People in your adult life can make you feel not intelligent, right? Questioning everything that you do. And then all of a sudden, you don't feel good enough. So you start sabotaging yourself, especially if something gets a bit scary, you'll sabotage yourself because the subconscious mind don't want to do it. So it will do everything it can do to stop you from doing it. Why is the brain trying to stop you from doing it? because you've already put to that a memory of fear with that. So the mind's going, oh shit, that's scary when it isn't really because it comes from somewhere. But boom, right? For your information, my husband just got back from the gym and said he's such a wonderful. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate it, matey. Thank you. That's made my day. Awesome. Hey, Trin. Does that make sense, Dan? It's like looking at what's crazy is even with what I do, matey. I've got people, my guys, comments I get, and I still will sit there in doubt. Right, got a heck of a lot better. I won't, I ain't gonna say it ain't right, but again, it's the video I dropped about victim, right? It's about not playing the victim and all, and looking at it and going, right, I'm playing victim. Why would I play victim? What does a child do? Right, a kid will play victim. So you start getting into that victim kind of mentality a little bit. We all do it. Yeah, we're all human. We all do it. But if you start getting into that little bit of victim, that kind of victim mentality, it's kind of a childish thing, right? We're getting into like, poor me, poor me, poor me. Everybody's on me. Everybody's right. That's what kids do. Well, where's that? Look for it. Where's it coming from? And that's when you get in front of somebody like me, right? Because I love that. That's the bit I like. It's like detective work. I get someone come in front of me and it's like, okay, let's look. Let's open that door. No, okay, shut that door. What about this one? All right, we'll save that one. What's about the whoa? Let's go in that door first. Let's have a look in there. What's going on? Simple but so complex. It is very complex because every single individual is different. That's why it's good to go and talk to somebody, an individual that's neutral, because they have no ties with anybody around you, right? They have no ties to you personally. That's why therapy doesn't work between myself and family and friends. Don't work. You know too much about that person, and there's those carings. Some of my guys, I'd get straight. It's like, hey, what's going on then? Well, what we doing here? I can get straight. When you hear that from a friend, they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Don't go the wrong way. Poor me, it's a guy, is it really? It's a guy drunk tune. I didn't know that. But we do poor me, right? I mean, and like I say, I go there. When you go into those really heavy freaking mind screw areas where it's dark, and it's going a bit bleeding, it's going a bit pear-shaped. Yeah, you can get in that little bit of poor me. And if you look, when you start turning that around is when you're actually pulling away from that poor me and not pointing fingers at situation other than you're going, right, what have I got to do? Let me get my feet planted, right? Let me get my damn feet planted. What's going on here? You're not playing victim. You're not doing poor me. You're all of a sudden like, right, straight, let's see now you're the adult over that child. Yeah. Right. Rescue. Yeah. You're wanting someone to come in and do it. I get it. There's so many times when I freaking near just give up. Just give up. It's crazy how sometimes you'll just get a message sometimes from somebody. That's why I tell everybody, listen, stretch a hand out to people. Put a smile on someone's face. Yeah. Give them a shout and say, hey, I ain't heard from you in a little bit. You all right? Makes a massive bloody difference. Makes a massive difference. Because it's not looking for being rescued. It's knowing that somebody is there that is like, wants you around. Makes a massive difference. Stretch out, help someone out. Just a smile to somebody in a store that you may be in. Whenever one thing I've started doing, even when I'm dealing with someone that's helping me, in a shop or anything, um, I'll be, thank you. It's like, my spirit sees your spirit. My energy sees your energy. It's a human seeing another human. Thank you. I respect you. I appreciate you. Thank you for. I was in Publix. I was walking around there like a bloody chicken with his head cut off. I forget what I went in there for. I was cooking dinner. I said, I'll cook dinner. I want to go and get some stuff. And I thought, oh, God, and I'm walking around, I couldn't bleeding. And, I went up to a couple of fellas and one guy, I'm like, hey, mate. And he, I could tell he didn't seem, again, I'm surmising, I don't know. I didn't ask him, didn't say, you all right, mate? But it seemed like he wasn't having a particularly good day. And, he looked something up for me and he goes, it's on aisle, whatever he told me. And I said, thanks, man. I appreciate you. You just saved me. Thank you. Right? I might have brought that guy up a level. Let's have a look. So does just showing up as you are, not putting on a mask, people feel safe when you're authentic. The biggest thing that I know that especially with the work I do, is being authentic wins. Even within myself, helping and guiding others, and yeah, you have people that drop off, you have people that, you might not jive with or something like that, but the authenticity and being honest, I actually, and vulnerability as well, because when you go through, this is what I've heard personally from somebody that was in school for psychology, and they said the problem is, you're sticking by a book. There's rules. There's a lot of different rules, and I don't follow the rules. And I've been told by my guys that, the fact that I'm authentic and the fact that I'm honest and the fact that I do show my vulnerability. I had one of my guys say, thank you, and I said, for what? And they said, for being vulnerable. I went, oh yeah, and they said, because it allowed me to be vulnerable. Saw another human. Yeah, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. But if I show you that I'm a human being that's been through, sometimes I'll sit there, people, and I'll go, listen, I can't relate on that level where you've been, but I can relate here. Tell me, bring me up to speed, So yeah, authenticity, honesty works. Hit the pan and pass to people you feel can use help and calming. Thanks, man. Thanks, Billy. Appreciate you, my man. Steve is a big help in the last year. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I felt that. Everyday zone practice self-kindness. Don't leave criticism. Did I miss something from Everyday Server? Did I? I'm just catching up on some notes here, guys. I'm hoping I didn't miss. Let me see. My life's usually in turmoil when things go right. It's uncomfortable. Doesn't feel right. Yeah. But you know what? I think, matey? I think the thing that we do, and we do well, is we believe, when things are really going well, and then we're saying to ourselves, "Oh, wait for it. That's an energy, and that's an energy that will follow, right? And why do we do that? I've heard that in the past many times growing up, even. It's all going right. hold up, son. Right? There's no bad with it. You just hear it. So, and in course, you bring that with you, yeah. And there's there's that energy buzz to it, and like Pippa said, it's look for the human connection. Practice self kindness, yeah. It's we react really quickly. And we'll react really quickly. We could have this whole thing going really, really well in our day. Yeah, everything is like sweet as a nut. Yeah, but we're waiting and we're looking constant. We're looking, waiting for that drop, waiting for that problem. We're not fully present. We're not being fully present with the beauty of the day, the joy part. Yeah, that we're having. So, and then what happens is least little thing, and what does our energy do? Straight to it. Now that becomes that, and that we did have becomes that nothing. We pull the grate here that was and squash it right away down because now we just pinpointed that one, and we've gone boom. Oh, and then we get to the end of the day. I had a shit day. No, we didn't. Right? No, we didn't. But and then that energy will follow, and it just freaking bite you in the ass. Where are we? I've noticed that once I just started being authentic, being myself, and not caring that others think, I've become more confident now going. And I mean, right, what Trin said, I've noticed that too. I mean, it's right. It's looking at self and what you want to do within reason, right? I mean, you don't want to be a complete freaking rude, obnoxious pain in the ass, right? Because you're like, this is what I'm gonna it's not about that, but it's about being able to ask for what you want. And if there's certain things you don't like or certain things you don't want, you can move away from it, or people will drift away, and it's being okay with that. Because what happens then is we're trying to pull that drifted person in. Why? If we keep them, because this is what happens. Here's what happens, right? If you've got someone here, I do this with my guys, right? I take the marler off, and I use this, right? We can either keep on trying to pull in, right? We're trying to pull something in, pull somebody in, and they don't want to be, right? What happens? Bosh. Pull away. It's going to go the other way, right? It's the same thing as if you keep trying to push away. I don't want this anxiety. Oh my God, no, my day, what the, it's going to come back at you. It's going to fucking smack you one, right? Because of the amount of pressure put behind it, it's going to come back. Just let it be. What it is what we do around that is our reaction to that. Let that be still. Don't try and push it. Don't try and pull it. How are we moving around? How are we moving with it or around it? Or how are we looking at it? This is just this. But don't make this move and swing and go back and forth in it because we don't want something, or we're trying to. Where are we sitting? Right? What's our emotions saying with that? Right? Do offenses for you, not others. Yep, none of us are perfect, but by being yourself, it takes pressure of others to understand. Exactly. You're not going to understand everybody either, right? You're never going to. There's going to be people you're going to meet who you're like, don't know, can't understand where they're coming. You don't have to. They may do, and they have a surrounding of people to understand it, but you don't have to. So if you find yourself pushing to try and make it happen with them, then why? Right? Yes, Trin, same. I've met more people that align with where I am. Right, Brett, yeah. right? Yeah, exactly. Oi, oi, the wife's in. Oi, oi, say hello to Tracy, everybody. Easy, oi, oi. Where's my other daughter gone? Um, when thinking this is good to be true, we slide into fight or flight mode to protect that. Oh, hang on, I just lost my place. To protect that happy feeling, and we should just acknowledge and appreciate the momentary feeling. Right, appreciate where you're at. You can change. You can completely change your. You can completely change your feeling just by thought. Right. I mean, you can do it right now. If you sit here and close your eyes, just close your eyes for a sec. We'll do it right now. Just close your eyes for a sec. Slow your breath down a little bit. Just elongate the breath and just close your eyes. Just kind of read. No overthinking. No, this ain't nothing. I just want you to start. Just tune into the breath for a few seconds. Just slow it down a little bit. And I want you to think. I want you to bring to mind a wedding. A wedding. Yeah. Bring to mind a wedding. Like the feeling of the wedding, the people that are there, maybe the last wedding you went to, the color, what was there, the scent, people having a good time, the music, the lights, the church, the chapel, whatever it was. Bring it all to mind. Bring it all in, fully in, strong. And how are you feeling right now? Think about it. What's the feeling? Joyous, comfortable, happy? Now I want you to push that memory aside. Just push that memory aside. Now think about the last time someone made you angry. When was the last time someone made you angry? Think about it. Bring it to detail. What happened? What was the situation? Who upset you? What was it over? Bring it all in. How do you feel now? How do you feel now? Right? But you're still sitting in the same spot, right? So come up, open your eyes, right? It was just a little, it was, if you have been doing this, just test yourself out. Nothing's changed. You're still sitting in the same spot. Oh, hang on. Let me catch up here. When things fight flight, yeah, well, I just read that one. When things are really good, I start gearing that something bad is going to happen. Right, right. As soon as we start that thought going, something bad, oh shit, something bad, pull away from that. As soon as you're aware of it, as soon as you're aware of you're doing it, tell yourself, I'm pulling my energy in that direction. Right? Where are we? Hate when things are so good, you can getting forward in life, setbacks, right? Right, Billy, right. Listening to your inner thoughts, right? It's where it is, the awareness of it, right? I have to hop off. Happy Sunday. Have a great week. Have a great week, Brittany. Thanks for turning up. Appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for coming and supporting. I'm going to be coming off in a sec anyway. We're getting up onto the hour. So everybody's just answering each other in here. But anyway, I hope this helps. I'm gonna jump off. I hope today helps. I hope people get pass it around. It's going to be up on the recording. I'll probably take last week's down. I'll probably start taking them down. Leave them up a week, take them down. But there's an awareness to everything. As soon as you can tune into an awareness of something's happening, like if your day is going, good, and all of a sudden your mind starts drifting off into that, oh no, pull yourself back. Tell yourself that ain't happening right now. I'm having a banging time right now. What I'm thinking does not exist. It's trying to pull me in that direction because that is what my body knows, and I'm not going there. I'm having a banging time right now, right? Otherwise, you're going to drift that way, and you start getting pulled in that direction. And it don't take much. It don't take much. Just takes that bloody seed to start germinating and start bleeding, getting roots and growing. Before you know it, you're in the afternoon wondering why you're so bummed out when you was having a good day. And don't let people push you in that direction either, right? You could be having a really, really good day. Don't feel guilty because you're having a good day. Yet you talk to your good friend or one of your family members or something, and they're like, I'm having a bit of a shit day today. And then you feel guilty for having a good day. Feel great for having a good day. I'm having a banging day. In fact, if you turn around and say, I really feel bad, and they say to you, how you doing? I'm having a good day. Don't go feel bad and go, yeah, well, yeah, I'm having a kind of a. You're gonna go that way. You're gonna go with them. You're gonna join the club, the negative club, and we're not a negative club. We're a PMA PPA club, right? We're that community. We're not the negative community, right? So get it going. Have that awareness. Know when you're going there. Tune into that. It's not always easy to pull out of. I get it. Absolutely. I understand it. But just keep that in mind, okay? Have a great week. Have a great going into the start of your week. Remember, it's the same thing. If we have the thought of now, Monday morning, try and get up with a positive mind, right? If you tell yourself, I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, I'm going to move forward, I'm going to freaking look at things and have teachings from the shit that comes my way that may not be so freaking clever at the time, but I'm going to freaking build on that. Yeah? There you got your mind in the PPA. Now you got your mind in the PMA. Now you're thinking. When we go, you're fucked. You've already set that's the seed. Let's take this seed. How's that going to grow now? What kind of roots is that going to spread out? Right? Because from that to the Monday morning, trust me, it'll grow real well. It'll grow real well. You'll wake up on Monday morning feeling, make it happen. Shift the mind. Loving each and every one of you. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being a great community. Let's build this bloody community up. Guys, if you can get it out there and spread it around everywhere you possibly can, please, I want to build this up. Get your friends in here. Get your family members in here. Get your freaking pets in here. Get your freaking dinner and your fruit and your everything. Get it all in. Bring it all in. Let's build a community of not yeah, let's move forward. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for the love that you always share out there. And thank you for the comments. I really, really do appreciate the comments that come in. I read them. I get back to everybody. And it's an absolute blessing when I hear those people that pop up that I don't even know. Some people I've been in contact with and they're starting to build, we're back and forth with each other here and there, new people. But when I have that person come up and say, dude, that hit, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. It means you're reaching people. Have a great week. Have a great time in the week. Stay positive. Stay in that PMA. Loving each and every one of you. Namaste, guys.